Our next guest is still smiling after his latest hit. Yamla, Pagla, Deewana did wonders at the box office. You heard his handsome older brother Bobby Deol chat to us all about the movie and more on this very show.
We're keeping it in the family now as we speak to Mr. Bobby Deol, one of the stars in this week's big release. Thank you. Bobby, thank you for joining us on Love Bollywood on the BBC Asian Network. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you guys doing?
We're really well. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm so happy.
Now, Bobby, for those people who haven't watched the movie, just tell us a bit about your role in the film.
Basically, Thank You is a film based on the Institute of Marriage, and it's all about how men go astray and they have their fun on the side and they don't realize what they're messing up their own lives by doing that. So basically, my character is Raj, who has his wife who dotes on him and how he loves her too, but at the same time, he has his two other friends, Mr. Vicky and Yogi. Vicky is Irfan Khan and Yogi is Sunil. And how he's kind of, you know how people are influenced by the people they hang around with.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, tell me about it.
They just try to enjoy the life as bachelors, you know, and if there's ever any issues, they go up to the boss, that's Irfan Khan. Mm-hmm. They call him boss throughout the film because he thinks he knows women inside out. But actually he doesn't, so that's how the story moves on.
What was it like working with Anees Bazmi and your best friend Akshay Kumar?
It was great fun. I mean, it was so much fun because I know them all. Irfan I've worked with earlier, and this time it was different because Akshay and Sunil are pranksters. They're always up to something, and so the Bakras used to be me and Irfan most of the time. And but it was fun because it kept it kept us going, and it was so much fun because we had time because the days in Vancouver and Toronto were long, so we used to go onto the tennis court and play cricket, and so we were just happy. We had a great time.
And also, you're this time around, you appeared opposite Sonam Kapoor in the film. What was that experience like?
Well, I've worked with a lot of people who've just joined the industry early in my career, so they're all very raw and very natural, and she's a hardworking girl. It was fun. She's like a little child who kept falling ill quite often during the shooting, and she's still quite unwell. She was in the hospital, but she's out of that now, so she's much better.
Yeah. We've heard, correct us if we're wrong, that you and Akshay Kumar went to see her because she just got out of hospital yesterday.
Yeah, we did. We came back from a promotional trip to Ahmedabad, and we dropped in and just to check on her because we were traveling all the while she was ill, trying to promote the film. So we went up, and she's doing fine. She's recovering.
You know, coming back to the movie, right, there's so many funny bits. Well, one bit that had me and Pablo and the audience in stitches, and don't give away the plot too much, is you in a bathrobe on a balcony.
Yeah, well, the situations are really funny in the film. You know, that's why it makes it funny, because it's not just a comedy; it has emotions. So, you know, when emotions and comedy are mixed together, you laugh and you feel the emotions also. And I think everybody has done a great job in the film. But I really enjoyed Irfan because he's not done something like this before. And for me, Irfan was he had a great character. So. It was really fun watching him.
but Bobby, when you're shooting things like that, okay, you're on a building, you're just in your dressing gown, and it's a multi-star. How do you get your head around doing that in front of so many people?
Well, you don't think about all that. Once you start, it's been years for me being in the industry, and after a point, we've gone to Switzerland and shot songs on the streets. People looking at it, amazed as what are we trying to do on the streets. So you don't get conscious about all these things. But the funniest thing was the first day when I went to shoot the scene, they took me on the 20th floor, and I'm like, dude, I can't even stand outside. Ooh. Where have you taken me?
Yeah.
So then, and I'm like, it doesn't make any sense because, you won't be able to get the performances right. So then the action director said, okay, then they brought me downstairs. And that's why the scene stands out, because it's you can move about and play around,
From an audience reaction from some of your fans, a couple of them were saying, my God, he's got very sexy toned legs.
Now you're embarrassing.
Just thought we'd let you know.
if I have such great legs, I think it's in my genes. My dad, he was one of a hell of, he had legs which were like totally chiseled. I mean, I remember the times when I used to be a kid and I used to watch him dress, and he could never pull up the jeans up because his legs, the muscles were so huge.
There you go.
So he used to always, and he used to wear a lot of Falmers those days because Falmers was the only ones which were like slightly stretched kind of fabric.
Now, Bobby, talking about your dad, we spoke to your brother Sonny, and he's told us about, especially after the success of Yamla, Pagla, Deewana. Well done with that, by the way.
Congratulations.
He said that you're working on a second one. How far has that gone?
Well, it took us 2 years to get the script for the first one, so I guess scripting is on, and now as soon as it gets developed into what we like, we'll start it, because we just don't want to use the brand name. We want to give the audiences something they go to watch and enjoy, not just because the 3-year-olds are in it. So I don't know, maybe we're still waiting and hoping that the scripting gets done fast.
And will we see more characters like the one we saw in the first one, where she so wants to get married and go to Canada?
Yeah, well, everybody from Punjab wants to go to Canada, so it was something which was really, people could identify with. And I mean, I love Canada. I shot in Canada right now, and Vancouver feels like a city of Punjab or something, because it's full of us.
Bob, very quickly, some people have said about the film that you talked about it's about married men who like other women but then go back to their wives. It's immoral. Some people have said, what do you feel about this film being a bit sexist?
It isn't. It is. The thing is, Indian mentality has always been very male dominant.
Yeah.
And so what happens is when a man behaves or sleeps around, he's called a stud. But when a woman does it, she's not. She's given the bad name. So it's just trying to show that how can you disgrace a woman, and get away with it. And you don't realize that by doing that, you just destroying something so beautiful. And on top of that, I believe that women have so much strength that they can forgive, but men don't forgive.
Well, you know what? Akshay was in London, and he said that a lot of men are going to be very scared after they watch this movie.
No, it's not that. I think men will say, why we're not like that, that's how it is. And it's not just men. I think in the modern times, the women, maybe they've been pushed around so much that a lot of women have turned out to be like men. You can't just say that men are always like this.
Good for you.
And,
we agree with you for saying that. Now, very quickly, right, well done with this release. Players, how's that coming along with Abbas Mustan?
It's going on fine. I'm going to be going to Russia now by the end of this month to shoot for it. And looking forward to the cold. We're supposed to be shooting in the snow.
Oh no!
So,
oh no!
Yeah, I know. I'm really, but it's great. When you work in movies, you're taken to places where you never imagine yourself to go, and you're lucky to get to see these places.
We've got a tweet for you, Bobby, from one of your fans, Harmi, who says, please say a big hello to Bobby. He was amazing in Thank You and in Yamla. He looked fantastic in Thank You, especially the song Razia in that song. And that's from your fan, Harmi. Have you got a message?
Yeah, well, I love you, Harmeet, for appreciating me and for loving my family for so many years. And I'm really grateful to you people, because if you all didn't love us, you wouldn't be anywhere.
Well, Bobby, can we just say thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us here on Love Bollywood on the BBC Asia Network.
Thank you, guys. It's always fun talking to both of you all, and looking forward to a great year for you guys, and I hope you're all the best.
Thank you very much.
The wonderful, multi-talented and ever so humble Bobby Deol.